Hey, and welcome to video number 5. We're going to talk about getting your foot in the door. In the previous video, we talked about finding potential responsive companies, and now we're going to talk about how to make contact with that company without seemingly like you're, trying to sell them and you're trying to help them. So the question is, how can you help them? Do not think about, oh, what can I get out of this company? How can you help them? So see what they are attempting to do, which is what we did in the previous video, and improve it just a little. So let's go back to my other screen and I'll show you step by step how to do this. Now, there are several things that you can do to gain the trust of your potential responsive company, and I'm going to show you several ways of doing that. First of all, I'd recommend that you go to Google and you look for a program called Jing. Jing is created by TechSmith, the same people that create Camtasia. And I love Jing because you can, in fact, create these really short 5-minute videos. You can upload them and then you can send your potential client a link to that video. And what I recommend that you do is look at what they're doing right now and see how they can improve. If I go back to Craigslist and I type in YouTube, let's say for example today that I want to target at least 5 to 10 different companies that I can contact and make 5 to 10 improvements, advice, and videos that include tips and things like that. Because if you do it right and you find somebody who is responsive and is attempting to use YouTube or social media and this and that, then you don't have to contact 100 companies. In fact, over a week span, you can just contact 10, 20 different companies and focus on helping them. If you focus on helping them, I guarantee you'll probably get more success that way. So I went to type YouTube here, and I'm going to go through, look for somebody who pest control. So we got somebody who sells pest control and somebody that does expert tree service. So let's say that we're going to focus on these two people for now, just for YouTube. Or we'll just do one YouTube, one Facebook, and yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so let's just do one. We're going to do expert tree service. The first thing before you do anything is to analyze them. Okay, so it says Shaw Tree Expert Service. I'm going to copy their business name, and then I'm going to look at their video. Then I would basically go through and I would point out what needs to be changed. For example, the title needs to be changed and have some sort of geographical location. So for example, this should be Shaw Tree Expert Service, Columbia, South Carolina, and then maybe some sort of call to action that relates to that keyword in the front. And then I would recommend saying, okay, you need to put that description and keyword into the description. You need to put your phone number and this and that, what needs to be improved, and I would just walk them through the process of what they need to do. Most companies will not do it. I'll tell you that. Most companies will not do that. And another thing you can say is, okay, you need to turn this into a picture ad so that when somebody clicks on this picture ad, they get forwarded to your video or they get forwarded to your website. And you can even do it for them. And in fact, I would recommend going to a site called Graphic River. At Graphic River is basically a place where you can find really professional graphics that you can just plug and play, basically. Plug in the data and that's it. So I would go to Graphic River and I would, print templates or web elements and let's see, banners and ads, social media, You could even do ads, and you see how nice these ads look like, right? They're really, really good looking ads. And the fact of the matter is, you don't have to be a professional ad creator to just change the data. So imagine that you plug in their data on these ads and send it to them, or you get somebody else to do it, and then you upload this image ad to your web host, for example, and then you basically, in Craigslist, you'll have to give them a link or some code. So say for example you upload that image. So this is basic code. I'm basically linking or hyperlinking a image. So this is the image here. This stuff img src equals a link to the image, and then alt code short description tag. So you would need to do that, and then this link here would basically link to either their website, to the YouTube page, or anything like that. In fact, I would probably recommend linking them to a certain website if they have one, and then have on those pages on their website a link to a YouTube video. But it depends on the market as well, but that works really well. And if you can do that, then that will make a huge difference, because when somebody, imagine being the offline business owner and they receive just a code, and you say, hey, plot this code and it's going to look like this. You know, it's going to look like this or something. And when they look at it, they're like, wow, you know, I didn't pay you for anything and you're helping me out. Of course, it's a law of reciprocation here. A lot of times they will feel compelled to hire you, give you a job, barter with you, or even pay you. In fact, in this economy, I found a lot of companies are willing to barter with you. And that's the beauty of this beast, is that, you know, as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time. Once you have one of these ads, you can just click on it and then purchase the ad or the extended version so that you can use it over and over and over again. But just make sure you read the license here. But once you have your system set up where as you have an ad and you can just plug and play and plug it in, then you can move on to the next person, and then move on to the next person, and move on to the next person. And in terms of Facebook fan pages, so Graphic River doesn't have that, but literally you can take an ad and turn it into a Facebook fan page. And I'll show you in the next video how to actually take this further and get somebody to do it for you, so that you can sit back and just, you know, you do the due diligence in terms of finding the people that you want to target, and then you create like an Excel spreadsheet, and then you send it over to your person to create the ads, and then they create the ads. You can create 5 to 10 different ads a day, and just think of the amount of work that you can get from that. So just a quick recap. Once you've found the companies that you want to deal with, then the question that you have to ask yourself is, how can you help them improve? How can they improve? What do you see in terms of online marketing, conversions, traffic, or anything else that they can improve? And how can they improve on that, and tell them what they need to do? I mean, some companies will take it and they won't even call you back. But, you know, maybe a few months later down the road, they'll call you back. You see, a lot of companies will either they don't want to do it, or they do want to do it. They'll try it and they'll fail at it again, and then they'll call you later. So don't think that you send out 10 of these ads and you only get one response immediately. I found you send out 10, and over a year's span you can get about 8 of those back, because really what it comes down to is you sat there and you helped them, and they saw that you were willing to help them, and your service is valuable for that.